What's cracking, guys? Omar Isuf here. We're talking about everybody's favorite topic, building some damn muscle. Okay, we're going to talk about ideal rep ranges, talk about things I have not previously discussed, and basically how to optimize your training in order to try and maximize hypertrophy. Before I get into that, so many of you guys have been asking me, yo man, when are you going to release some of your shirts for free? Like, when can I win one? Yo bro, send me one. I can't pay for shipping. Sucker, listen up right here. I'm doing a giveaway, the first, I think, giveaway I've ever done. It looks like on the website I put 3 shirts, but now with the amount of people that have entered, it's probably going to be 10 shirts. I want to give back as a way of saying thank you to you guys for your support. I understand some of you guys, international shipping can be a bitch. What we're going to do is the following, okay? If you want to win free shirts, free shit, go to freerascal.com to register. 100% free, no gimmicks, no strings attached. We will randomly, I'm going to say this randomly, so don't get butthurt if you don't win. We're going to use a random generator in order to select the winners. Post below if you have signed up. I'm including a bunch of prizes. So we did shirts. I'm also going to include Greg Nuckols and I, the book that we co-published, Art and Science of Lifting, as well as a bunch of other material, reading resources, Alan Aragon's research review, a bunch of really cool stuff if you want to take your training to the next level, as well as some free slingshot gear. So some knee sleeves, some wrist wraps, some hip circles, a bunch of cool stuff. This is probably the only giveaway I'll be doing this year. I want to thank you guys. So go to freerascal.com to register. Comment below if you did register. I'm not going to say if you comment below, however, that you have a higher chance of winning. Again, it's going to be random, guys. Thank you for your support. Speaking about Greg Nuckols, I want to reference one of his articles, a recent article that he put out examining, taking a look at the data, the ideal rep range in order to build hypertrophy, and if in fact it exists. What does the average bro tell you? Oh man, you want to build strength? Okay, you do 5 reps, maybe less than 5 reps, maybe maximum 6. When you go beyond that, then you build a muscle. And what happens when you go beyond 15 repetitions? Oh, that's endurance, bro. That's for fat loss. And that's really not true. What I want to talk about today is that training is far more customized to the individual than you think. Here's what I mean. There's been a lot of recent studies, a lot of recent data showing the higher rep ranges definitely work when it comes to building muscle. I'm not talking like 8 to 12. I'm talking 12 to 15, 15 plus. And really, when you look at all the data, as Greg has, what you'll notice are far more commonalities than you would think. So, it is true in a general sense, to speak very generally, that if you want to get stronger, you should train in the lower rep ranges, right? Less than 5 repetitions. And if you want to increase muscular endurance more, training, 15 plus repetitions will achieve that goal faster. However, it's not just all about that middle rep range. Generally what people say, like 6 to 15 repetitions do between 60 to 85% of your 1 rep max for sets. Now, here's the thing. Greg took a look at the data, and what he actually found is that you can build muscle, definitely build muscle, with heavier working sets. So doing sets of 5, you gotta do your 5s, as well as high volume, high repetition work, so 15 reps plus. Now, here is the key that I want to say when we talk about different rep ranges, when we talk about quality and whatnot. It's all about the individual. There are many different ways to accomplish your goals, to build muscle. We only have to look when we talk about high rep ranges at calisthenic individuals, people that do calisthenics, where they do high volume pull-ups and whatnot. My boy, we got Timberwolf, who has a massive back. He does basically just a shit ton of pull-ups, and we have some very strong, very big dudes that train in the lower rep ranges. But what it comes down to when we talk about building muscle, there's 2 key factors, right? That are basically at a tug of war with one another. You got mechanical tension, where the heavier weight you lift basically increases the mechanical tension, but there's also metabolic stress. And metabolic stress, and the more repetitions you do, it increases that metabolic stress. So it kind of goes like this. The heavier weight you lift, the more mechanical tension. The higher repetitions you do, the more metabolic stress. And those are the 2 key factors, mechanical tension and metabolic stress. But what happens when you push the weight, when you increase the weight that you lift, the total amount of reps you can do actually goes down, so metabolic stress goes down. Now, here are some of the factors that you should consider. Every individual is different when it comes to customizing the reps that you do. Some people find when you do high repetition squats, for instance, once you pass a certain threshold, doing 12 to 15 repetitions of your squats, if you got to do 60%, is very metabolically taxing. You're going to be out of breath. At the same time, some people, we're going to talk about quality sets and how to really gauge what rep range works best for you. But some people don't thrive off of doing 5s, right? When they try and do higher, intensity for volume, their CNS, and that's really a misnomer, not to get into that in this video, we're not going to, really get into that, but their CNS becomes fried. They just get grizzled, their joints get sore, and they don't find it optimal for themselves. The key point to walk away with this video, however, is that you can build muscle, and a whole lot of muscle, outside of that 6 to 15 repetition range. What they did find is that there is a small, not significant difference with those that do train the majority of their work in that volume, in that rep range. But the big takeaway, though, really is that mechanistically, when it comes to building muscle, metabolic stress and mechanical tension are two different viable ways to build muscle, so you should not neglect any rep range, right? We're talking about low reps in order to build strength and hypertrophy, that middle rep zone, as well as higher repetitions. You guys probably know this, but recently I started doing a whole lot of high volume for pull-ups for my back, right? Because right now, deadlifts, dealing with my SI and whatnot, I can't really push that, so I gotta make up that volume, I gotta make up that work some other place. So I'm doing higher volume when it comes to back training, and I'm really enjoying it. Again, like I said before, there's many ways to achieve the same goal. The key for you guys, however, you want to do as many quality hard sets as possible for muscle group in a given week. And when we say quality sets, what we mean is taking that set to 2 to 3 reps short of failure, because you could get more volume, and we know volume is a key driver of hypertrophy. 2 to 3 reps short of technical failure when it comes to compound movements, and then complete failure when it comes to isolation movements. So you could do that if you do 10 repetitions and you still only got 2 in the tanks, or if you do 5 repetitions at a higher intensity and you can actually do 7 or 8 repetitions. The goal for you is to try and push as many quality hard sets as possible, and you will find your comfortable range, right, where you find that you excel. Just keep in mind those 2 different factors we talk about: mechanical tension and metabolic stress. So if you're a bro, again, that curls way too much, too high repetition, lift some heavy weight. Okay, do some fucking squats. And if you're a strength dude that considers over 3 repetitions cardio, change it up a little bit. Do some higher volume work. Try some higher rep ranges. See how your body responds to that. There are many different ways to achieve hypertrophy. You shouldn't neglect any of them. Anyways, guys, that's the video. Greg's article goes far more in depth. I thought I would share that with you. Kind of that myth that, yes, while it is true that most people will tend to do well between 6 to 15 repetitions in order to build hypertrophy, it's not set in stone, and it doesn't mean that you should stick to just one rep range. That's it, guys. That's the video. Thanks so much for watching. If you liked the video, and I'm looking at you, you're right at the end of the video, make sure to like the damn video, and I'll be seeing all you guys, my rascals, in that next video. Peace!